Well, I think I've heard Wes say this several times this evening about better use of social care. We need to get the narrative right here. There is capacity in social care.
What does that mean in practical terms? Tell me what you mean.
In practical terms, what it means is, well, we keep hearing ministers talking about there's no capacity in social care, which is why the NHS is overwhelmed. I did a 10-minute WhatsApp to all our members and from Providers Unite as well as National Care Association, and we got about, I think I got 10 within seconds saying we've got capacity. That means they have got beds, they could take people out of hospital, hospitals are not contacting them in time, the assessment procedures are wrong, and they're just not, it's not joined up. By the time they get somebody assessed, the consultant says ready to go, but next thing, assessment of need, the next thing, if the house is fit enough, whether they need to go into a care setting or in their own homes, getting the package. That's taking, a week, and by which time the person might have got another infection sitting in a hospital. And I think we have to stop. We have to stop blaming social care as being the problem here. Social care is the solution. And when we see our colleagues in the NHS, in the way that we've just seen, completely overwhelmed, and the beds are available, you need to get the funding right. If you want to use social care more, then you need to invest in social care more.
Is that how you feel? Do your members feel blamed
every time you, yes, absolutely. Every time you stand up, or the Prime Minister stands up, or anybody stands up and says, well, we can't get this flow right because there isn't capacity in social care. I've got providers screaming out at me and saying, I've got capacity. They're not contacting us. Local authorities will say, we haven't got the funding to fund you at that level. It all comes back to how you value social care. We put 68 billion into the economy as a sector, and we get 880 million in the announcements that were made. Now, that's not going to scratch the surface. When you've got 10% increases coming up now, well, because of your policy around national insurance contribution, the threshold going down and the payments going up, there are providers, SME providers, 84% of the sector, who are looking at their bottom line and thinking, on £700 a week that a local authority is going to give me, I cannot deliver this care.
Let Mr. Streeting respond.